Hey guys, it's the first video of the channel. So don't mind all the ahs, and the stutters. It's uncut audio, so I'll try my best. Here he goes. So I'm 18 years old. Just maxed out my Roth IRA. Basically, gonna be talking about that. If you guys don't know what a Roth IRA is, I'm just gonna be going over just a little bit about it. So basically, it's just an investing account, like a brokerage account, but it is tax-free, meaning that all the profits that I make from the stock, or the stocks plural, I can take home free of charge. Nothing's going to the government, nothing's going to the state. It's all going to me. And then secondly, a Roth IRA, one thing that makes it so different from other investing accounts is that it is meant for retirement. So any of the money that I gain from it, I cannot touch until I am 59 and a half years old. So the initial deposit, which I have currently put in, is 7,000, which I've maxed out. That is the cap for everybody for all Roth IRAs in 2024 set by the government. So let's say that 7,000 currently is 7,200. So I made a total profit of $200. So that $200 I cannot touch. I know I've made that money, but I cannot say that's mine until I am 59 and a half years old. That 7,000 that I put in from my own hard-earned money, that I can take out. So let's say, I have an emergency. I could take that 7,000, but that 200 stays in there until I'm 59 and a half years old. Yeah, so basically I've maxed it out, meaning that there's a cap and no one else, not even Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, can put more than $7,000 in their account, in their Roth IRA, for the year of 2024. So each year you get a limit. So I think in the past years it's been 6,500. So they've increased it to 7,000, which I put in. So for when it turns 2025, I can put in another 7,000, or they might increase the limit. It could be 7,500. They could lower it. So basically, I'm gonna be going over just a little bit of how I've done that and what I've invested it into. So basically, I've just been working since 16. Basically, started working at fast food. Any job I could. It was a local restaurant, and I would work right after school. At night, night shifts in the mornings, Saturdays, Sundays, all that stuff. I just worked, and I've slowly saved. I know some teenagers, when they work, all they do is spend their money, and I feel like that's unwise. And if you are doing that, I would advise you to stop and start saving your money so you can invest it, or you can just simply put it aside in case of an emergency. So yeah, I've basically been working and I've saved up a total of, I would say, $20,000, and that includes the $7,000. So I've taken $7,000 of that 20,000 and put it right into my Roth IRA, for investment, for retirement and investment. It's kind of like a 401k, but there's no it's not part of your employer. So yeah, I have 7,000 currently in Charles Schwab. That's brokerage. You can do it with Vanguard, Fidelity. I've heard is good too, but I use Charles Schwab. So basically, you open an account and it's pretty simple. You fill all this information and then boom, you got basically an investment account. It's just like a regular account. You can buy whatever stock you want and you can sell whatever stock you want. So currently on hand, I have some stock in Apple, some money in VOO, which is VOO, that's a ETF, and then SPY, which is also an ETF, which is SPY. So basically, if you don't know what an ETF is, it's basically like a collection of stocks. So I believe SPY, the S&P 500, is a collection of the top, I believe it's 500 companies, the 500 biggest companies or slash stocks in the US, and that's combined. So it's like a pool of them. And I would say if you were to have a Roth IRA, is to diversify or diversify. It's meaning that I don't, the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket, is basically that. So you don't want to put all your money in Apple because, in there's a small likelihood that Apple could go bankrupt. CEO dies, and then Apple, all the iPhones blow up, boom, Apple stock is completely gone and goes bankrupt all the way down to zero. Um, and then that's all your money in your Roth IRA down to zero as well. And so basically, it's pretty simple. Diversify, go to different stocks, different ETFs. I like to do some ETFs, some stocks, and then I also like to do other other resources such as gold, for example. That's also really good. And basically just diversify your funds and make sure that you can only invest what you can afford. Don't go just because you can max it out and you only have $7,000 in your savings account does not mean that you can go and put that $7,000 in a Roth IRA, because yes, you could take it out potentially, but it is not worth it, because that stock that you have to do, you have to sell it, and then that just makes it way more complicated. So yeah, guys, if you cannot afford it, do not put money in. First, figure out what you're doing and figure out your financial situation. Pay out all the debts that you have, and then you can start investing. But yeah, that's basically it. I maxed it out just at 18, just by working since I was 16, 2 years saving all my money and being smart about my financial decisions. Not buying a sports car, which I have thought before. So that's also something that I'm glad I didn't do. But yeah, don't buy a dumb sports car. Don't spend your money on clothes or food. you know, ration it, because that money that you're making from your part-time job, if you are my age or around teenager age in high school, then it's just not worth it to devote your hours all the way into, $80 jeans from PacSun or something. But yeah, that's basically it. I just want to talk about that. If you guys have any questions down below, drop them in the comment section. I'd be happy to help. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, but I also just want to inspire teenagers my age, or if you're even above that, good financial decisions to make, and plenty more. So yeah, that's basically it. Appreciate you guys tuning in to listen. I hope you joined that COD gameplay.